When people were migrating from Mecca to Medina, it's a very heartbreaking story, but it has a good end. A family of 3, and these are free people, these are not slaves. Abu Salma, his name was Abdullah. Salama, his wife. Abu Salma was from the Abdul Asad tribe, and Salma was from Banu Mughira. These were the sub-tribes of Quraysh. And they had a little boy with them, maybe a few years old, young. And they wanted to leave Mecca and go to Medina. So now Abu Salma has Salma with the child on top of the camel, and they're about to leave the city limits of Mecca to take the route to go to Medina when the tribe of Salma comes and surrounds the camel. They say, Abu Salma, you want to go? Go. But the daughter of our tribe cannot leave with you. And the Salma's tribe took the Salma, and Abu Salma is going just by himself, migrating alone. The whole family scattered. Does it sound familiar? What's happening in Palestine, where families are getting devastated, or other parts of the world? Now Salma every day would leave her house in the morning, would sit out in the open, in the sun, in the heat of Mecca, on the route to Medina, and would cry all day long. To her, her world has turned upside down. Her little boy has been taken away from her, who she cannot meet, even though they're living in the same city. Husband is gone. They don't have no news, no idea what happened to him. One day, one of her cousins felt pity on her and went to the tribe of Banu Mughira and said, are you guys out of your mind? What will you going to get out of separating a family? Let Salma go, please. After trying for several times, finally he succeeded in convincing them. Now the biggest thing was to convince the tribe of Abdul Asad to let the Salma, the little boy, go. And finally he was able to convince them also. Now comes the bigger problem. The mom and kid are united, but how will she go from Mecca to Medina? A woman alone, with a little child on top of the camel. Anything could happen. And she now stops at a place called Tan'im, right outside the city limits. And now she wants to go to the next stop, a man by the name of Uthman bin Talha. And he said, Salma, where are you going? By yourself, with one boy who is just 2 years old. And she said, I'm going to Medina. And he said, by yourself? Are you out of your mind? She said, I have no choice. I can't go back. This is the only thing I can do. And he said, then I will accompany you. I will accompany you and I will take you. And Salama said, this person had not accepted Islam at this point, but he had haya. He had modesty. He never even looked at me the whole time. It was just 3 of us. He would come by the camel. He will make the camel sit. He would walk a little distance, and then when he was reaching the city limits of Quba, he said, Salma, that is Quba. You can go and meet your husband. I have to go back. And went back alone by himself. Now this story has a lot of things for us. One of the important thing is people have to pay price. But remember, when that price is paid in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is a huge reward for it. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, those who believed, and then did good deeds, فَلَهُمْ أَجْرٌ غَيْرُ مَمْنُونَ. For them is the never-ending reward. This man who took Salama all the way to Medina accepted Islam later on. He became a Muslim. He became a companion of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But I'm talking about modesty.